What's up everyone, Alessandro the Crypto here and welcome to this Bitcoin price analysis on this nice Friday evening. We're gonna have a look, guys, into Bitcoin because we have right now a nice pump ongoing finally. I mean, we are just jumping around every now and then since we touched the bottom at $80,000. We're still waiting for that big run up, in my opinion. I'm gonna tell you why I'm still very bullish and why the higher time frames are looking good, and why also I told you in the last couple of days that I'm going to ignore and not watch out on the lower time frames because they were looking extremely bearish, somehow also bullish, but that of course have led into massive volatile moves here, both to the upside and to the downside. I mean, we are here in a clear trading range and Bitcoin is just going up and down here until we decide to go down, or of course to have this big relief rally. In my opinion, it's still gonna end up in a bullish rally here in the next coming weeks. And that's why, of course, guys, make sure to be subscribed on this channel. I know that currently the sentiment is very, very bearish, and of course, although nothing much is going on here in the crypto space, but still, of course, you can trade those volatile moves that we are seeing right now, especially if you're using trading bots. For example, here on Bitscap or Pionex, you can sign up with my links to try out those trading bots for free for the first 14 days. And then, of course, you can decide if you want to keep it or not. Because whenever the Bitcoin price is going sideways, that's, of course, the best thing to try out trading bots, because they're just buying and selling all the time whenever the price is going up and down. So this is the good thing whenever things are going sideways. And I think that at the end, it doesn't matter if here at 80 to 90K we're going sideways, or if we would have been here at 100K going sideways. Whenever things are going just sideways and not like in a big pump or something like that, people are getting like bored and of course stressed out because the price is basically not moving that much. Because if you're buying, for example, here at 80K or 90K, it doesn't really matter. We are still more or less at the same place. You want an asset or something to go up, of course, and not just sideways or even down. But this is, of course, what we get sometimes. And remember, guys, everything is no financial advice. In this video, I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research. But as I told you, I still expect here a big run up. If you're trading with my indicators, you can get them, of course, if you contact me over on Telegram. You can also join my other social media platforms here on X, Discord, and so on. And this is basically where you can get access to my indicators. And you can see that also here on the daily time frame. Finally, we're again coming into oversold condition, and we are starting to see some good buy signals flashing right now. So nothing too excited here on the daily time frame. On the lower time frames, also I told you guys I'm not watching them right now because we're just going sideways. We're chopping around sideways here, and of course I'm still waiting for those 4-hour closes above the 200 moving average. So far we didn't have that, so that's why I'm waiting. Therefore, I want to see also all other moving averages above the 200 moving average. Then I think we have the chance here for a big run up. But more interesting is right now, of course, the higher time frames, like the 3-day time frames. We had everywhere buy signals. So also here, in theory, a big move to the upside should be incoming. On the 5-day time frame, also here, buy signals confirmed. And also here, we're still waiting for that big run up, at least to the 20 moving average. The best, of course, would be up to the top side of the calendar channels, because currently we are at the bottom line, and this would allow, of course, Bitcoin to go all the way, even up towards 116K. On the weekly time frame, you can see that here also we got a buy signal, but also here we still didn't have this big push to the upside towards the 20 weekly moving average at 106K, and eventually even come all the way up here to 120K to retest here the breakout from this rising wedge that we have seen here in the last couple of months or during the whole year of 2025. And we had now this breakdown. So at some point, of course, we're coming up to test the resistance most likely before we roll over or we go into new all-time highs territory. So the weekly time frame, also the 2-week time frame, is starting to look bullish here. We're not completely oversold, but you can see that usually on the 2-week time frame, whenever we are entering into oversold condition, we are then, of course, into bear market bottom territory. And you can see that also here, once we had here a bullish cross on the 2-week time frame in the last bull run, and when the bear market basically has started, these have led into a massive relief rally. And this is also, of course, what we didn't see yet, because also here in theory we could rally all the way to 105K or up here to $127,000, and that is still possible just based on the 2-week time frame, which is, by the way, also getting very, very soon a bullish cross on the stochastic RSI. And this is, of course, a bullish event, in my opinion, that we should not ignore, because that, of course, also could lead into a massive run up. So as I told you guys, overall on the higher time frames it looks good, but really just here in the immediate short term and based also on the sentiment, it's very boring, I know, but you can see that as soon as Bitcoin is going slightly higher, all the altcoins also are reacting to that. You can see sometimes even double digits here, ordinals for example, plus 10% and so on. Even the crypto stocks are doing quite nicely here. MicroStrategy plus 5% today. So I think that at some point Bitcoin will wake up, and then of course also for the altcoins we're gonna see a nice rally. If it happens this year or Q1 of 2026, we will see, guys. Important is that you are subscribed here, of course, and that we are all in it together. Of course, you can trade those events over on Bybit, Casey Exchange, and so on. You can see different exchanges here that I'm using. Sign up to them, guys, to get everywhere the maximum sign up bonus. I salute you for now. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned, be subscribed, and we're gonna see us all in the next one. Bye for now.